Hey guys, I got some good news. After last night's marathon movie, not really, right? It was just 22 minutes, but this is going to be your last video for the week. So there's no video on Thursday night because I want you guys to be reviewing over to get ready for your test over percent and constant proportionality. So I wanted to kind of give you a few things to make sure you're good before Friday's test. Just to review. So let's do some percent review first. This is not going to be super long. So let's say that you, let's remember, how do we get a number, how do we get a percent of a number, okay? So let's say science club, we have a science club, and in the science club, there are 25 people, 25 members. Only 40% of the members attend their meetings. So only 40% attend meetings. What we want to figure out the number of people who attend the meetings. Out of this 25, we need to figure out the 40%. Okay? So what we do is we take the number of people, in this case, and we're going to multiply it by the decimal of percent. You have to put the percent in decimal. So we're going to multiply it by 0.40. Okay? So the number multiplied by decimal form of percent. So in this case, you would have the number of people times 0.40, because 40%, what we do is we take the decimal on the end of 40, we move it over to the left 2 times, and we get 0.40. The way we get this, just so you know, is 40% over 100% is 0.40. Okay, so you have to figure out how much it is over 100%, but the easiest way is just to move the decimal two places to the left. And then to go from decimal to percent, you do the opposite. You go 2 raised to the right. Okay? So if we do 25 times 0.40, okay, well, I'm going to add a 0 at the end. This is a trick. You're multiplying by something with a 0, just multiply by the number and then add a 0 to your answer at the end. So 5 times 4 is 20, 2 times 4 is 8, plus 2 is 10. And then I'm going to add a 0 because we multiplied by 40. Okay, so that takes care of that tens place. And then, look, I have 2 places after the decimal. So I have to move my answer to the decimal in my answer 2 places over. So I end up with 10 people. So 40% of 25 is 10. All right, let's do another example. Okay, let's see here. If you found out that the new cost of your medicine, okay, I'm going to switch colors. New cost of medicine is $28.35. Okay? $28.35. So your medicine is $28.35, and that we just found out is an increase, like it increased by 8%. Could we find out what the original cost before the increase? We would just need to take this and mark it down 8%. We did this and mark it down 8%. So we could go back to our mark down notes from last night. If I can get my pages. Mark down notes. Okay, so you have your original and you multiply it by the percent. So your original amount, we don't know our original amount. The original amount here is the $28.35. We're going to mark it down 8% to get the amount before that, okay? The old amount. So $28.35 times 0.08, because it's 8%. 8%. You got to move that decimal 2 places to the left, so it's 0.8. So $28.35. Well, to save us time here, .08, 28.35 times 0.08, you get $2.27. You actually get $2.268, but we're going to round it up to the nearest cent because it is in dollars and cents. So that's the increase, that's the amount that it increased. So to find the original amount, we have to subtract this amount from this new cost. So we have $28.35, and we're going to subtract $2.27. When we do that, we figure out that the old price before the 8% increase is $26.08. Okay? All right. Let's do one more example. So on your test, you're also going to have constant and proportionality, but I feel pretty confident that you guys are going to do well on that part. Just wanted to go over some percents with you. Let's see here. If you had to wait in line at lunch for 12.5 minutes, your lunch wait was 12.5 minutes, okay, in the line, and 30% of your time was before you get to the door. It doesn't really happen here. Before you even enter the cafeteria. Okay, we found out what the amount of time that you spent waiting before to get into the cafeteria. Sure, we could. We would take our number of minutes, the number, and we multiply it by the percent as a decimal. Okay? And that's going to give us 30% of this number. This is the total number of minutes you wait in line, and 30% of that time was before you even got in the door. So if we did 12.5 times 30%, 0.30, my bad. Okay, not 30. We could set that up. 12.5 times 0.30. Okay, well, like I did last time, I'm going to wait till the end to add that 0. So I'm just going to do the 3, multiply by the 3. 5 times 3 is 15. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. 1 times 3 is 3. And then I'm going to add the 0 at the end because it is 30. So 1, 2, 37. Well, that wouldn't be right. I think we need to move it over one more time. Yes. So, because we forgot about this number that has a decimal, so we need to move it 3 times over. Yep. So 3.75 minutes of your time was spent waiting in line before you even got into the cafeteria. Because if we want to put this in time, what's 3 and 3/4 minutes? Well, a minute is 60 seconds. So 3/4 of that would be 45 seconds. So we could say, if we want to be specific here, 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Okay, because it's 3.75 minutes, and that's the same thing. 3.75 minutes is the same as 3 minutes and 45 seconds. That number, that value, is 30% of 12.5 minutes. All right? Okay. Well, that's it for tonight. Tomorrow, come to class. We're going to do some review. And remember to get your review signed for 5 points on your test. And then your test will be Friday. It'll be a mixture of constant and proportionality and percents. Have a good night.